So obviously, we've been talking about Auburn a little bit, and that's because former Tennessee offensive coordinator Alex Golesh taking over as the head coach at Auburn. We're both pretty high on Alex Golesh, and not just because he is a former Tennessee coach, but because
Yeah,
of you
that's
know,
exactly why.
but because of what he has done at the previous stop and what he can bring to Auburn. He was a very good coach at South Florida. I mean, really, last year with South Florida, he had his team what a game or two away from being in the
Got the
American
splash wins. Yeah, I was gonna
yeah,
say
the
he got the.
American Conference
Yep.
Championship. You win that, then you're likely, in the conversation for a group of five, or that automatic spot in the playoffs for the best group of five team. So, I mean, he did that in 2 seasons at South Florida, and now he's getting his shot in the SEC in a Power Four program.
With the quarterback that's getting a lot of love in the media right now.
Yes,
One of
and
the one of the most prolific. I think he was like the all-time yards leader with the most passing and most rushing in a single season. I mean, yeah, he's got some talent, man. Lost a big wide receiver, but
yeah, I would have loved for him to have kept Cam Coleman, but I understand the reason why Coleman left. Going to Texas, he's guaranteed to get a lot of playing time out there. Got a little bit more, I guess, firepower. I guess you would say with Arch Manning, a little bit more promise there. But I really think Byron Brown is going to have himself a great year at
I
Auburn.
think to numb it down, I think he only wants to play one more year in college, and he's trying to go all the way. And I think he just went with the team that he felt like could do that, right? I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
but
go
but,
ahead.
but at the same time, yeah, you're going to the bigger name. They might can get you there, but at Auburn, you were going to be the featured wide receiver, man.
You were, but that can sometimes be, that can put a
It
lot
can
of weight on your shoulders. It could
put a
lead to
lot of pressure.
injury. It could lead
Yep.
to, it can. It's not always necessarily the best to be the best on the worst team. And I don't
That's
even
true.
mean that to be that disrespectful to Auburn, but if we're just comparing Texas and Auburn right now, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not always the best thing to be the best on the worser team. That's not
Yeah.
whatever. I
No,
you know
I
what?
get what
I
you're
went to
saying.
Tennessee, Southern. So anyways, no, I mean, you make great points, man. But I do like what Alex Golesh has done. I love the path that he's taken. Very reminiscent of Josh Heupel's path to becoming a head coach in the SEC. Was a coordinator in the SEC, went to a smaller, I don't even know what conference UCF is in. I think they may be in the Pac-12 or Big Ten. Big
They're in
12,
the Big
Big 12.
12
Yeah, Big 12
now.
now. But either way, like taking that route, people forget that Dylan Gabriel, like Oregon's better quarterback here in the last couple of years, he recruited him to UCF. So it's just the way they are able to find talent, analyze it, put it on the field. It's pretty special, and I think Alex Golesh has a lot of that ability. And so I think Auburn's going to be in. I said it when they hired the man. It's one of my favorite hires of the offseason. Kind
Yep.
of scares me a little bit. And especially the fact that they're on the schedule scares me a lot. So I don't know, man, but we'll get into it. I'm going to go first since you decided to go first on the last one. But they play Baylor to start the year. Baylor's no slouch. It is a mutual site game. But man, I don't know. Baylor just picked up a pretty highly talented. I'm not going to call him a recruit. It was a transfer. Who went to Baylor that I'm trying to think of right now, and I cannot think about it.
DJ Lagway.
That's right, former Florida. Oh, Auburn winning all day long.
I'm glad we're in the same boat on that one. Just a spoiler, I'm giving a win for Auburn as well.
I'm sorry.
Literally
It's getting late, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta lock you in. I'm just all right.
everything about Baylor went out the window as soon as
Oh God. Oh, and I said he was a highly touted transfer. No, he wasn't.
well he was.
He was until nobody wanted him, and then he just whatever. Southern Miss, I do think they get the win. I'm so sorry, everybody that's watching. That was, whew. Yeah. So Auburn starts 2-0 in the season. Did you see what Alex Golesh said today in a press conference about the Florida matchup? He was talking to Chris
I did not.
Doran. talking to Chris during an interview. Now, this was clipped up, put on Facebook. Take it for what you will. I'd like to think that it was true, but he said, "Tell your boy to be ready for that third week of the season." He was basically calling out John Summerall because he was talking to Chris Doring. So he's already added some spice to this matchup. I freaking love it. And I think Auburn's going to be up to the task. I love that they get this game at home to open up the SEC as well. You're looking at a potential higher, right, where you're starting the season 3-0, 1-0 in the SEC, and everybody in the Auburn fan base and the donors and all that, they're cooking. Yeah, I was having a moment. I'm sorry. I thought it was just funny though. It like made the decision so easy for me when I figured out it was all right. But Auburn's sitting pretty right now. They go and play Vanderbilt, and I genuinely don't know on this game. I'm going to go with the home team. Vanderbilt, I swear, is a better team than what I think I'm going to end up having their record be just by the other. Yeah, because this will be the third team I have beating them in the bottom half of the SEC. I just don't think that's true. So I already know that my predictions are crap, but I do think Auburn comes out firing and they start the month or the month of September. They sweep. They go 4-0. But I had to have them going 4-0 because who do they meet in the first week of October?
Mm-hmm.
And your boy's gonna be throwing a cellgate. And we're going to have a lot of friends over. And it's going to be a good time. It's going to be not hostile. We love Alex Golesh. But it also make it really sweet to give him his first loss in the SEC. You know what I mean? So give me the boys. Got to go with it. And it's in a tough spot because then they got to turn around and go back-to-back. They do get the bye. Thank you. The bye week. Words are hard. But they do go on back-to-back road trips. They go to Georgia. Auburn didn't get the memo on the whole not playing Georgia and Alabama. They're still playing Tennessee, Georgia, and Alabama, unfortunately. So no, I think that's going to be a tough pill to swallow. I think they play Georgia probably better than they played Tennessee, but I don't think they're going to get it done either. And then they play LSU at home. I think they beat LSU.
Ooh.
I do.
Big time win there for Alex
I think
Golesh.
they beat LSU. Alex Golesh is going to get a big signature win, and I think it's right there. They get them at home. I love the spot, and I think it's a great bounce-back win because I think Georgia's a better team than LSU. So if they can play Georgia tight, close, like I think they will, I think that's going to give their team a lot of belief in how close they are to make those adjustments, and I think they're going to make them against LSU. So at Ole Miss, this is another one I don't necessarily know about, but I do think that the quarterback is better for Ole Miss, and I could be underselling Brown. I really could be, but I do think the quarterback's better than Ole Miss. The reason why I'm checking Tennessee is I think Tennessee overall offensively is just way better aside from the quarterback. I get that, but maybe those questions are answered by the time we're in October. But also Tennessee's defense is going to take a step, man. They can't go backwards. They were terrible last year. So I think they're going to lose to Ole Miss. Oh, I skipped again. Man, I got to stop doing that. It's late. But I think they bounce back. I think they will beat Arkansas at home. And what a way to do this, by the way. Protecting home field. I think that's going to be a key point of Alex Golesh. What did he do so well at Tennessee? Win the home games. So I think he's going to continue that trend, especially in his first year at Auburn. But I think they go at Mississippi State. And I think they actually pick up the win there too. They will beat Samford, but I don't think they're going to get it done against Alabama. They will finish the year. I am high on them. 8-4 in Alex Golesh's first season. Am I confident on it? Probably not. Am I a little high on it? Yeah, probably. But I do think you look back at the end of his first season, and you're like, man, if they could have figured something out in October, which granted, that is a tough stretch. 3 of the 4 games are on the road, and it's Tennessee, Georgia, LSU, Ole Miss. That is preseason media. I'm going to say 2 through probably 8 in the SEC. And you got to play them all 4 weeks in a row, basically. It's a tough stretch, but I think this is a good run for Auburn. Pretty high on them. I'm going to say their floor. Let me get to that. Floor. This is this is a swing team, so I'm thinking losing to LSU for sure. If we're talking floor, they probably lost to. I'm gonna say Baylor because that's a mutual site. I don't see them losing another one. I think their floor this year is 5-7. No, yeah, I'm going with 5-7 as their floor. That's a pretty high. Yep, I'm gonna go with 5-7 as their floor this year. I do think 8-4 is their ceiling. I know I predicted 8-4, but I'm predicting that this is the first time I'm doing this all year. I truly don't see Auburn winning 9 games this year. Period. So I do think their ceiling is 8-4, and I am just predicting that they're going their ceiling. Could be a different game. Could be that they actually beat Tennessee, but then they lose to LSU. Whatever. I don't know, but I do think 8-4 is the ceiling.
So 8-4 the ceiling. You said 5-7 is your floor, and 8-4 is a prediction. So really high on Auburn, Alex Golesh in year one. But it is a schedule that it does look manageable as far as being able to go 8-4 on the season. But we'll see exactly what happens. Baylor, week 1, neutral site game. I'm right there with you because of DJ Lagway being the starting quarterback at Baylor. Give me Auburn for the win.
Don't have a
moment. Not confident at all in DJ Lagway. Southern Miss in week 2. I will say Southern Miss is going to be a very good group of 6 team this year. But I think Auburn is still good enough that they're going to win this one, no problem. A couple touchdowns. Florida, you mentioned it. There's a lot riding on this game now after some of the comments that was made today at SEC Media Days. But I think that Golesh is going to be up to the challenge. So I'm going to give the win to Florida there. Vanderbilt. I feel like this here is going to be the swing game for Auburn.
I agree.
And the rest of the season.
I agree. It is one of those. It's one of those true 50-50. I feel like the first 50-50 game of the season because I think they beat Florida, but I think you're right. This is a swing game.
Yeah, and I feel like this is one of those games where home field's gonna matter, and I do think that when it comes to offense, I trust Alex Golesh to over Clark Lee, but I do think Clark Lee overall at this point is a little bit better head coach. The job that he has done at Vanderbilt so far, but I think that Golesh outcoaches him in this game, and Auburn gets a win. So I'm with you.
As a Tennessee fan, I don't want to see them coming off a loss.
Correct.
So I am throwing a little bit of homerism into this pick, but yes, something Vanderbilt does really well though is they capitalize on mistakes, opportunities.
Yep,
they're very opportunistic. So I'm interested to see, can Alex Golesh, first year offense, whatever, will they be able to not make many mistakes and at the same time beat Vanderbilt? That's something to look forward to.
Yeah, so I'm like you. They start off the season really, really hot, 4-0. Then they travel to Knoxville to play against Tennessee, their first road trip of the season. And that cannot be overstated enough what that first road trip of the season is going to be like. And for it to be in Neyland Stadium, the teams you used to coach for, there's going to be a lot riding on that game as far as Alex Golesh goes. He's going to be fired up for it, but I just don't know what they're going to be like going into that environment. I do think that Tennessee is going to get the win in that game. At Georgia, now I'm going to go ahead and say this. Georgia wins the game, but hear me out.
It's going to be a close game.
If Alex Golesh has got this team right where he wants them and they're firing on all cylinders, listen to who Georgia has the week before they play Auburn. Because we already see Auburn's got a bye week. Georgia is playing Alabama in Tuscaloosa the week before playing against Auburn.
It ain't Tennessee.
So regardless of if Georgia wins or loses that game, there could be a hangover for Georgia going into that next game against Auburn. And Auburn coming off a bye week, I love this spot for Auburn getting Georgia. I don't think they're going to pull the upset, though. Not in year one. That would be...
Between the hedges, man. It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do think they get a loss to Georgia. LSU, this game being sandwiched between 2 more road games, I don't like the spot for LSU here. I do think that it's possible that they could win this one, but it's just gonna be tough. I've got a loss to LSU here, and then traveling to Ole Miss. I think home field plays a big part in this one as well.
You got them going winless in the October month?
I do have them going winless.
That's dirty. Come on.
They start
games
off,
ain't won on paper, brother. You got to call a shot here. Let's go.
I know it, but
I hear you. I hear you. It's a
I
tough
don't see
month.
a spot on this one.
It's a tough month, man.
That is a tough stretch.
And as a Tennessee fan, their best chance of a win that month could be against Tennessee. So
you might be right.
We're going to have to definitely play them hard. So
yeah, so not a good October, going 4-4 going into November, but I think they have a really good November as they start off at home against Arkansas. I think they get a win there. Going on the road to Mississippi State, I think that they also get a win there against Mississippi State. Samford, the week before playing Alabama, that's a win. And then the Iron Bowl, I feel like if it was in Auburn, I would give them a little bit more of a chance, but I think Alabama is going to be playing well at this point in the season, and I think that they take a loss to Alabama. I've got Auburn going 7-5 in year one under Alex Golesh.
I like it.